Ay, perdonen, estoy llamando a mi gata, disculpen, para que venga aquí a hacer alma pura con nosotros.
Dami.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Morning,
Jai
Sudha.
Sachidana and Sudha.
Wonderful.
Good morning, Sudha.
So wonderful to see all our dear Mahatmas have
Está
seen
lindo ver a
and
todos los
do
Mahatmas.
their darshan of the Paramatma within each one. And also, sorry, I'm speaking. I said it's so wonderful to see all the Mahatmas and do the darshan of the Mahatmas within each one of them. Wonderful. Yes.
Dice que es tan lindo no solo ver a los Mahatmas, sino también hacer el darshan de los Mahatmas.
Yes.
Could you allow me a second, Sudha, that I switch the computer?
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Just a second.
Yes.
Recording in progress.
Yes.
Jai Sachidanand Sudha.
Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand. Just I'm trying to look for something here. Just a minute.
No.
Yes, I found it. Hold on.
No. Okay. Sorry.
All right.
Clear.
So, yes, good. Damian, Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Wonderful.
Sudha.
Yeah. Reinhild, Gabi, Anila, Harman, Marcella, Cecilia, Sandra, Devdasi. Wonderful. Today is the final. Today is we are approaching. Remember we had the 9 nights of the goddess Navratri, 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 where they do all the
¿Se acuerdan
garbas.
que tenemos las 9 noches de los dioses, Navrati, y bueno, los nombra?
Yeah, and here
Yes.
we have
Y aquí tenemos
this magnificent view of Ma Durga, Durga. Durga. It's the same Mataji, same
y
Mataji.
esta es Ma Durga, es el mismo Mataji.
Mataji, she is worshipped all over India, especially in East India, in Bengal, and all parts of Northeast India. Ma Durga.
Y Ma Durga es adorada en toda la India, especialmente en el este de la India.
Yeah, it's on the final day of the 9 nights, and It's coming up, or it's there going on right now. And the Durga Puja, Puja, Puja is the worship of Ma Durga, you see.
Y esta es la última noche de las 9 noches y este es Pujya, el adorador de Ma Durga.
And we see here the other name for Ma Durga is Kali, Kali, Ma Kali, Ma
El,
Kali,
ulti-
Kali Ma, Kali Ma.
el otro nombre es Ma Kali, el otro
Ma.
nombre para Ma Durga.
Some people, some also say it Mahakali. He's a great Kali, you see. Mahakali.
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 Mahakali es el gran Kali.
And her worship is very deep, and there's a lot of deep significance in her worship.
Hay una significación muy profunda en su adoración.
Fundamentally, she rides on the lion. You see here, rides on lion. Her vehicle is the lion, and it is a symbol of the absolute courage. You see, the absolute fearlessness.
Ella está sobre un león, vemos acá el león, y eso significa absoluto coraje.
Not only, and then this person here, this shows the devil. You see, the devil in our understanding is the one who is filled with anger, pride, deceit, greed. You see.
Y acá este que está en verde es el diablo, que para nosotros es aquel que está lleno de ira, orgullo, apego y codicia.
Yeah, a human being is not devil. His content is devilish. You see, is hurtful. That which is hurtful to others is associated with anger, pride, deceit, greed, ego.
El humano no es el diablo, sino que es el que contiene la diablura, digamos,
Yes.
a través de su ego.
And then you see all her hands. She is depicted as so many hands. This is all energetic. She can accomplish anything. You see, she can
Y
accomplish.
acá con todas las manos que tienen es una cuestión energética, quiere decir que puede hacer todo lo que ella quiere, muchas cosas.
Her worship is essentially associated with the highest prayer within each one of us, that O Ma Kali, O Goddess Kali.
Entonces su adoración es la parte más profunda de todas las oraciones. O Ma Kali, O Ma Kali.
You are the destroyer of all that is evil in this world, all that is wrong.
Tú eres la que destruye todo lo que es lo del diablo en este mundo, todo el mal del mundo.
And please help me destroy whatever remaining evil and hurtful that exists within me, you say.
Y por favor ayúdame a destruir todo lo que tengo adentro de diablo.
Yeah, and it's you can check it on the internet, but there is a lot of love-filled worship for this goddess all over India. In Gujarat,
pueden chequear en internet todo lo que hay sobre esta diosa sobre toda la India.
But in Gujarat, we call her Ma Amba, you see, Ma Amba.
En Gujarat la llamamos Ma Amba.
And we see our Gnani doing the arti of Ma Amba at the end of the Garba, you see, at the end of the Garbas,
Y ahí vemos al Gnani haciendo la oración, el arti al Ma Amba al final de los Garbas.
Yes, and of course you see Ganesh everywhere. So Ganesh represents the first god. You see, in amidst all worships, the first worship begins with Ganesh, y
ahí lo vemos a Ganesh, que es el primer dios en todas las adoraciones siempre está Ganesh.
Yeah, when you begin your worship with Ganesh, that means all obstructions are relieved, and also the biggest obstruction being the intellect. So what we tell our Lord Ganesh is that please let me see everything without the obstruction of the intellect. Let me see everything without the obstruction of the intellect.
Y a Ganesh siempre le rezamos para que mueva las obstrucciones, y lo que llamamos obstrucciones son las obstrucciones del intelecto.
There
Entonces,
is,
cada vez que rezamos a Ganesh es para que nos mueva las obstrucciones del intelecto.
yeah, there is nothing that obstructs in us in this world except that which is generated by the intellect, you see.
No hay nada que nos obstruya en este mundo excepto aquello generado por el intelecto.
The intellect, the right intellect, as you and I know, right intellect sees everything, sees the positive in that which is happening and energizes the positive, and ultimately that intellect is replaced by prajna in all of us, where there is no one at fault whatsoever. There is no one.
El intelecto correcto es aquel que resalta lo positivo y que, como todos sabemos, está representado por el prajna.
So it is with that worship of Ma Kali, there is a Shuddha has, I hesitate to say this, but Shuddha has written a garbo on Mataji, the one which goes like this: Mariamba Madire, Amba Madire. You see, oh my mother, Amba, oh my Amba, oh my mother, Amba,
Y Judas escribió esta canción para Amba, que es la que cantó, y la escribió él.
And then the next lines are Mahakali kahun ke badra, Mahakali kahun ke badra, Sarvatra Shakti re, Amba Madi re. Whether I call you Amba or whether I call you Bhadrakali, that is the goddess in Bhadran, you represents the all pervading, the energy that is everywhere in this universe. You represents the ultimate energy, you see. That energy is of the Prakriti. Energy is of the Prakriti. Damian? Are you there, Damian? Damian?
Sí, ahora se le cortó porque estaba escuchando.
Let me see here. Hello, Damian. We cannot hear your voice. Damian? Let me... hear you. Okay, let's see what... I just sent him a message, and if Cecilia, you can call Damian or...
Let me see. Yeah.
Okay, he'll come back in. I think he will come back in. So, Mahakali, and, Niruma, who is standing behind our dear Reinheld. Yes, you see. Niruma, on Guru Purnima, in her last Guru Purnima, Damian, yes, Damian? Can you hear me, Damian?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see. So in the last Guru Purnima in San Jose, her last Guru Purnima, in 2005, she suddenly entered the area where Mahatmas had gathered for Garba, and she picked up the microphone and she sang, Mariamba Madire. See? And you see, it's like, it was such an electrifying moment because there she is. She is everything. She's our mother too, Niruma. And she is singing this Mataji Garbo, you see. Mataji Garbo. Yeah, Gavis, tell them what I'm saying.
Que en el último Guru Purnima mencionó una fecha, pero no entendí mucho. Se produjo como una situación muy eléctrica con este canto a esta espiritualidad. Lo que no entendí era si era porque lo había cantado en algún momento en Iruma, en un Guru Purnima, o en ese momento se estaba escuchando la voz de
Yeah.
Niruma. Esa
Yes.
parte no
It
la
was,
entendí
it
bien.
was, Damian, you're back. Jai Sachidan, Damian.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
I
no,
don't know
no.
what happened with the computer. I switched to the
Okay,
telephone.
thank you. You're just fine. We can hear
Okay,
you. Welcome back.
okay.
So, Nehru, this was this one, this Mariamba Madire, oh my mother Amba, oh my mother Kali. You say, uh, I worship you with all my heart. Why? It's because you represent the energy in the relative that makes me natural, makes me come to my original relative state, free of kashais, you see, free of kashais.
Y
And
esta oración significa darle energía para liberarme de los kashais, para
mhm,
volver a mi estado
mhm,
natural,
yeah,
sin kashais.
Adya Shakti, the Shakti, Adya Shakti is her other Adya Shakti. Adya Shakti means the original energy or the original energy of the Prakriti. I'm writing it down, energy of
Adya Shakti significa la energía original del Prakriti. Lo voy a
Prakriti. You
escribir.
see, so you see what, so it's so magnificent when, when we move around her. You see, now in the traditional garbas all over India, especially in Western India now, and now these garbas that we know, these garbas that we are so familiar with, Mahatmas, they actually originally from Gujarat, but now they're happening all over India, especially in North India, and it's catching up because it's such a
Y
beautiful rhythm.
y en todos los garbas nos movemos alrededor de ella, de esta energía. Y los garbas, si bien nacieron en Gujarat, ya son populares en toda la India.
No, yeah, and in those garbas in Gujarat, outside our Mahatma group, they put the image, they place the Mataji in the middle. So Mataji is supposed to be in the middle, and then everybody revolves around her. And the Garbo is that, pot, it's that pot, you see.
Y
Pot-like thing.
en el garba todos vamos alrededor de Mataji.
And they carry
Y el garbo es un pot, es un pote.
it's a pot inside where there is lamps, you see, and it represents the divine light, you see. It's the divine light that you come so near. That divine light is really the light that exists within, unaffected by, undisturbed by kashais. So when the kashais goes away, the light is blazing, you see. The light blazes.
Y en el pote están estas velas con la luz, y la luz significa la energía, la luz, que cuando los kashais se van, la luz brilla más fuerte.
Mhm, mhm. And Niruma has written the Arati Arati of Amba Ma, you see, Ma Amba Arti. Then sometime later we will, we have in previous, we will discuss it. But anyway, this
Y
special.
Niruma escribió el Artiriamba, que se los voy a explicar en otra ocasión.
So with one more darshan of this Ma, we will, uh, we begin our satsang, you see. We begin our satsang.
Y con este darshan de Ambama vamos a empezar este satsang.
Amba Ma, Kali, so many names. Depending on which part of India you are, the different names are given, but it all represents.
Hay tantos nombres en la India, pero con cada nombre que se le da representa.
So she has got a very divine vision, which is her full divine vision here. And then the other one, and the other one is where she is actually very ferocious, you see. And she is very ferocious with reference to killing the enemies. So when she kills the enemies, you see, there is, she has got this sword inside her hand and she is cutting the head of the enemy, which is the ego, you see. Ego is the head of
Por
the...
un lado ella es tan luminosa y por el otro es muy feroz, que esa ferocidad representa en en cortar la cabeza del ego.
Ego, and so when she slashes the head of the devil, you can see she has got a big tongue, and she has a very fierce look, and the sword is filled with blood, you see. And there are those images there also. You can see them on the internet. Same, images of Kali, you see. Yeah, so
Y también podemos ver en internet varias imágenes de Kali con su cara feroz también cuando corta la cabeza del ego.
yeah, right. You see, what it all represents is what it represents is the destroyer of evil. You see, the destroyer of the destroyer of evil. And you see, the collective masses of the humanity of India, they
Y
struggle.
esto en definitiva representa el destructor del diablo.
Yeah.
Y esto es lo que adoran las masas de la India.
Or for that matter, the rest of the world, they are yearning, they are wanting to become free from these manifestations of anger, pride, deceit, greed, you see. They see it all around them, but they are unable to see that it is directly the result of the same within themselves only, you see. Whereas we Mahatmas have now awakened, and in our light now we see the minimal traces of evil. All the evil, we have been separated from all that is evil, and now we see the slightest disturbance.
Y toda esta gente reza a estos dioses para sacarse las influencias de la ira, el orgullo, la apego y la codicia. Y para nosotros los Mahatmas, que nos hemos separado, solamente vemos trazos de ese evil, que no tiene una traducción exacta, pero es como diablo que está dentro de nosotros.
So evil no longer exists for us. We simply see within us maybe some in the discharging form, some residual ego, some residual anger, some residual greed, some residual deceit, you see.
Y lo que nosotros los Mahatmas percibimos es algún residuo de esa ira, de ese orgullo, de ese apego, de ese engaño y de esa codicia. Solamente pequeños trazos en descarga.
Wonderful. So now what we begin now is just as we have done in most recent satsangs, we're we're going to recite a few sentences of the Siddha Stuti.
Ahora
And
vamos a recitar unas pocas sentencias, oraciones del Siddha Stuti.
all right, now later on you can prepare this in Spanish too. Do we don't have this in Spanish, do we, Damian?
Yes, we have.
We do?
The Siddha Stuti in Spanish, we have it.
Okay, let me see. Do I have it? Let me see.
Pregunta si tenemos el Siddha Stuti en español.
Does
Le digo
anyone
que sí,
who has it?
Luz.
Sí, lo tenemos y todos los martes nos juntamos Mahatmas y lo recitamos juntos.
Yes, Luz says that we have the Siddha Stuti in Spanish, and every Tuesday we get together in the morning and recite it together.
I see. So do you have the Siddha Stuti in Spanish? Translated in Spanish, what I just showed? In other words, to my knowledge, this particular one that I'm sharing, okay, is not. I haven't seen the Spanish version. Have you seen the Spanish version of this one?
¿Quieres que lo comparta
A ver,
en español?
a ver si dice que hasta su conocimiento no habían.
Okay, so
No
we will get
tenía-
it. Yeah, we will get it done. Only
Gabby offers to share the Spanish one. She has it in the computer.
okay. Yes, Gabi, if you can share it.
Gabby, ¿lo podrías compartir?
You're allowed
Sí,
to.
le
You're
estoy
allowed
enviando
to.
una solicitud para
Okay.
que me
Okay. All
acepte.
right. Okay. Now, start, and I will stop share, and now you share.
Okay.
Gabi, share.
Yes.
Share it again. Yes.
Ahí.
Okay.
No. That's not the one. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. Good. You added the 3 mantra. Okay. You have only done it in. Can you expand upon
Only Spanish, yeah.
only Spanish?
Sí, no tenemos la traducción en español
Okay.
gujarati.
Okay.
No.
Good. Okay. So. Who did this? Gabi, did you do this, or who did this translation?
¿Quién lo tradujo? Pregunta Sudha.
El grupo de traducción.
Lo tenemos hace bastante tiempo. Es probable que esté el Gujarati en el Drive. Nosotros acá lo tenemos para leerlo en español, pero es probable que
Okay, so
en el
you've
Drive
done.
esté la
We
traducción
have
como
it since a lot of time.
Okay.
We
All
heard
right.
from the beginning.
Good.
Probably you gave us.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it would have been so. Now what you would like for you to do is keep all the 3. Keep the English, the Gujarati, and then the third one, this one in Spanish. Okay, all of them. One below the other.
Okay.
So you what the nice thing about would be whenever you see the words, you can also see what the words really mean inside. So now, Gabi, you keep it. It's there in front of you. Gabi, can you share this version with Damian?
No.
Can you give it to
tenía-
Damian? Damian, can you? You can see.
Yeah. What should I do?
Do you have it,
No,
Damian?
but what I ask it. Yeah, I have it. What I ask it from you is an audio of the Siddha Stuti said in Gujarati.
Oh yeah.
Recited in Gujarati, so we can follow it in Gujarati.
I understand.
And we never heard
I
the
know.
Gujarati words.
Okay. All right. So okay. Well, so I understand. I know you asked. I have to
No,
do. I have to.
esto parte de un pedido. Okay.
Yeah. So I hear you.
Sorry.
Okay, that's good. So now this is wonderful. You've got it all here. I would
Yeah.
like for you now, just go ahead. Damian. Simply
Yeah.
read this up until the first 5 sentences, okay? All right?
Okay.
Dejo de
Now
compartir.
or after?
Now, just read now. Just read, read them.
Now.
And then first 5
Okay.
sentences, you read it 5 times, okay? And just go ahead and
Okay.
read.
Le transmito a Dada Bhagavan. Voy a leer las primeras 5 oraciones 5 veces. Le transmito a Dada Bhagavan que se encuentra en Baraksetra, mis más elevadas Namaskar, repletos de devoción. Le transmito a Dada Bhagavan que se encuentra en Baraksetra, mis más elevados Namaskars, repletos de devoción. Le transmito a Dada Bhagavan que se encuentra en Baraksetra, mis más elevados Namaskars, repletos de devoción. Le transmito a Dada Bhagavan que se encuentra en Baraksetra, mis más elevados Namaskars, repletos de devoción. Le transmito a Dada Bhagavan que se encuentra en Baraksetra, mis más elevados Namaskars, repletos de devoción. Le transmito a Dada Bhagavan que se encuentra en Baraksetra, mis más elevados Namaskars, repletos de devoción.
Yeah, just
Oh
read
Dada
all of
Bhagavan,
this
a
is
fin de
one
realizar
time. One time, huh? One time. And then
one time.
yeah,
Okay.
What other?
So I read the first one 5
I know,
times.
I saw that. Yeah,
So
that's
I
fine.
will read.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Once each one. Oh Dada Bhagavan, a fin de realizar nuestro estado de devoción del ser, Mahamanta y el estado del ser, Swarup, comenzamos la alabanza del Siddha Stuti que ha surgido de tu divina fuente con la más humilde visión. Number 3. Oh Dada Bhagavan, por favor, toma un lugar en nuestros corazones, de manera que este Siddha Stuti nos ilumine desde adentro, junto con las cualidades infinitas del ser. Por favor, llénanos de gracia, llénanos de gracia, llénanos de gracia. Rindo esta mente, cuerpo y habla, karma de descarga sutil y karma de descarga evidente, y toda la ilusión asociada con mi nombre ante tus pies de loto, el absoluto ser manifestado. 5 times. Is that okay?
Yes,
5
5 times.
sentences?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. Le transmito a Dada Bhagavan que se encuentra en Baraksetra, mis más elevados namaskars repletos de devoción. Yeah.
Now start with
Sorry,
Soyama.
Shura.
Now start with the Siddha Stuti. Now the Siddha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Soy alma pura, soy alma pura, soy alma pura, soy alma pura, soy alma pura. Soy alma pura absoluta, soy alma pura absoluta, soy alma pura absoluta, soy alma pura absoluta, soy alma pura absoluta. Soy la luz absoluta del estado de Lord Siddha. Soy la luz absoluta del estado de Lord Siddha. Soy la luz absoluta del estado de Lord Siddha. Soy la luz absoluta del estado de Lord Siddha. Soy la luz absoluta del estado de Lord Siddha. Estoy más allá de toda compañía. 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 Estoy más allá de todo dolor. 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 No tengo forma.
Okay.
No tengo forma.
Okay,
No
that's
tengo
good.
forma. Yeah.
That's good. Now we
Okay.
stop sharing this. Okay, so Gabi, all right. Now.
Dami,
Uh-huh.
lo tenemos
Yeah.
del inglés al español. No sé si estaba del Gujarati, pero en la carpeta de Drive es del inglés al español.
Yeah. So
Well, we have Luces is from English to Spanish, not from Gujarati to Spanish, and not the audio.
I see, right. So what I would like now, take your time as a group, and you say you do the same thing now. Leave this English and Gujarati, and below that you put the Spanish. So you have 3, you see, for each.
Okay.
Yeah. So then what happens is that as you are reading, you have the words that are there, and and I will also show you, when I am with you, I will read a few sentences, so you will get the audio of the Gujarati too, the pronunciation in this way, and then Later on when I have time, I will just go ahead and record this in Gujarati slowly for each
Okay.
one, so that you have the audio, just so that you know how to pronounce it. You see, just,
Yeah,
and because you have your Spanish below it, you will be able to kind of connect the words, the words with
solo. Yeah,
words with what
yeah.
it means, you
Dice que
see.
lo que tenemos que hacer es meter dentro de este que está en inglés y en Gujarati la parte del español y él va a grabar en Gujarati lo que es el Siddha Stuti, así nosotros podemos seguir en español las palabras en Gujarati y
Yeah.
al mismo tiempo que escuchamos el Gujarati.
You see, now most
Okay.
important with the Agna from Dada Bhagwan, and you see, this is the Agna. Dada has given us this Agna. Dada Shri has said that whenever you are confused, whenever you are disturbed, whenever Kashais in the discharge overwhelm you, they overwhelm you, then read the Siddha Stuti, recite the Siddha Stuti, make Damien say the words, you see. Make Damien,
Ok.
make Davi
Y
say the
acá
words.
lo más importante es que acá dice con los agnas de Dada Bhagavan. Y Dada Bhagavan nos ha dicho que en cualquier momento que estemos sobrepasados o que los calláis nos tengan cansados y en un momento de mucha presión, que recitemos la palabra del Siddha Stuti. Y eh, eso no, para recordar quién somos.
And the most important things in this are the Vidi before, you see. This Vidi, this is the Vidi before, These 4 sentences is the specific manner. This is the specific preparation before your Siddha Stuti begins, you see. You just...
Y lo más
Yeah.
importante son estas 4 vidis que están al principio, que es nuestra preparación para ya empezar a recitar el Siddha Stuti.
Yes, you see this. Tada Bhagwan exists within each and every Mahatma who is present in this satsang, you see. So we ask for his energies, you ask for his agna. We say, now I'm going to perform, I'm going to enter into the Siddha Stuti. So I know that I'm taking the time to be in the right receptive mode for the Siddha Stuti, you see.
Y Dada Bhagavan está dentro de cada uno de los Mahatmas. Y estas 4 primeras oraciones es para tomarnos el tiempo para estar en la forma más receptiva posible cuando recitamos el Siddha Stuti.
You could just imagine if you have English, Gujarati, and your Spanish below, just simply seeing this in front of you really fills you with who you are, and everything else in this world is forgotten, you see. This is the beauty of
Y
these words.
simplemente mirando estas palabras, ni siquiera leyéndolas, al mirar estas palabras, nos damos cuenta quién somos y nos olvidamos del mundo entero.
And why we are doing it. We want to be in the play of the self. We don't want to play in the play of Shuddha or Dhamyan or loose, you see. The play of Shuddha, Dhamyan and loose is under the control and the influence of scientific circumstantial evidences, whereas my play is independent. My play is with myself, you see. So the play is between the one who says, so amapura, so amapura, and the Paramatma, the Dada Bhagwan, that is the play. It's an internal back and forth, you see.
Y mi obra es el alma pura y todo lo que está haciendo Damián, Ayuda o nuestro relativo depende a la obra, pertenece a la obra teatral del mundo y nos damos cuenta que nosotros estamos en un lugar diferente.
You see, so you see, it is the most humble view. In fact, it is Lagutam Bhave, you see. Lagutam Bhave. See this one here in Gujarati, Lagutam Bhave. And there should be a little
La
space.
Gutamba B.
Lagutam Bhave. There should be a space between there. I need to correct that, okay? Lagutam Bhave.
Y corregir un poco porque Hay
Yes.
algunas faltas de ortografía, dice.
And Lagutam Bhave is magnificent because Lagutam Bhave means I am nothing, I am zero. You zero ourselves out, there is no one except, when it comes to this Siddha Stuti, everything that belongs to the word I am this, I am upset, I am happy, everything is left at the doorstep. And now you enter the great worship of the self, you see.
Y aquí en el Siddha Stuti todo lo que significa el yo, el mío, perdón, va absolutamente a cero y me quedo en total contacto con mi ser, con el ser.
Yeah, total energies. You see, so these sentences are important, and also, like this is so important. Or the other takes seat in our heart. You see, the heart is the connection, is the intellect free connection with the self. You see, the heart is love. You see, so now the other.
Y esta oración que dice, dada toma asiento en nuestros corazones, es directamente la imagen de la conexión con el ser.
And the heart, where there is when anything has delivered from the heart, it bypasses the ego and the intellect, you see.
Cuando algo se entrega desde el corazón, eso bypassea al ego y al intelecto.
Yeah. All right. So, and then of course the surrender that you are all familiar with, we are all familiar with. The surrendering is very important because then now the groundwork, the room, now you're totally open to
Y esta
energize.
cuarta oración es la rendición, quiere decir que estamos totalmente abiertos a
Yeah, now you're
nuestro ser.
totally open to the energizing and the energization process of your own self. You're charging your own self through your own energies. You're charging your own self through your own energies. No external plug-in is needed. No external evidence is needed, you see.
Y esta cuarta oración empezamos a cargar la energía de nuestro ser. Es como estamos totalmente abiertos a cargar estas energías, totalmente abiertos.
Yeah. And so now what I'm going to do is just, you will have to translate in Spanish. I will speak in English and Gujarati. You see it in Spanish and we just go one by one. Okay, one sentence each, okay?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I am pure soul, who Vishuddhatma chu.
Soy alma pura. Vamos a hacer esta mecánica él lo dice en inglés y en gujarati y nosotros en español.
Okay, so if you have the Spanish version in front of you, do you have the Spanish version? You can do it, or you can just translate right now as you see it.
¿Querés hacerlo vos, Gaby, que tenés la versión en español? I let
Ok.
Gaby do it.
Can
She
Gaby do
has the
it?
version in Spanish.
Okay.
Pero,
So,
Okay.
all right. Yeah, so after when I finish this sentence, the Gujarati, then you say the Spanish that you already have in your translation. Okay, Gaby?
Cuando termine de decir la oración,
Hey,
vos la decís en
Gaby,
español.
do you have it in
Yes.
yours in front of you somewhere? Because I'm
Ok.
showing this right now.
¿Tenés el tuyo? ¿Tu versión en
Tengo el mío
español?
acá, sí, lo tengo.
Yes, she has
Okay.
it.
All right. I know we will have to figure out.
Gracias.
Yeah, I don't know
María.
how to do multiple, these things here. So let us just continue. I am pure soul, who Shuddhatma chu.
Soy alma pura.
Say it loud.
Fuerte, decilo fuerte.
Ok. ¿Pero una sola vez?
Yeah.
Ok.
Only
Soy,
once? Ya, sí, solo.
Ok, ok. Soy alma pura.
Yes. I am absolute pure soul.
Soy
We
alma pura
should.
absoluta. Perdón,
Oh,
perdón.
oh,
No.
Vishuddhatma chu. Vishuddhat. Okay, all right. You can just say, let's do it this way.
Yes,
I will say in English, you say it in Spanish, and then I'll say it in Gujarati. Is that okay? All right, let's.
Hagámoslo así. Él lo dice en
perfecto.
inglés, vos lo decís en español y después se lo dice en gujarati.
I mean, the whole exercise we're doing is so that we get all these words beautifully arranged, you see. These words exist, these sentences exist in our heart and in our experience, you see. So they are very relevant for us, you see.
Estas palabras las decimos en nuestro corazón y luego entran en nuestra experiencia, así que son muy relevantes para nosotros.
I am
Ok.
absolute pure soul,
Soy alma pura absoluta.
whom we Vishuddhatma chu. I am absolute light of the state of the Siddha Lord,
Soy la luz absoluta del estado de Lord Shida.
whom Param Jyoti Swarup Siddha Bhagwan chu. I am beyond company,
Estoy más allá de toda compañía.
Asanga chu. I am beyond pain,
Estoy más allá de todo dolor.
Avyabhad chu. I am formless,
No tengo forma.
Arupi chu. I am eternally disconnected from all non-self matter.
Estoy eternamente desconectado de toda la materia del no ser.
Sarva pardravyati sarvatha udasin chu. I am infinite knowledge.
Soy conocimiento infinito.
Ananta gnan vado chu. I am infinite vision.
Soy visión infinita.
Ananta darshan vado chu. I am infinite energy.
Soy energía infinita.
Anant shakti vado chu. I am the abode of infinite bliss.
Soy la morada de la dicha infinita.
Anant sukhnu dham chu. I am the absolute state beyond pain.
Soy el estado absoluto que trasciende el dolor.
Avyabhad swarup chu. I am invisible.
Soy invisible.
Amurta chu. I am subtle.
Soy sutil.
Sukshma chu. I by nature am neither heavy nor light.
Por naturaleza no soy ni pesado ni ligero.
Aguru lagu swabhav vado chu. I am eternally detached from all non-self elements.
Estoy eternamente desapegado de todos los elementos del no ser.
Sarva pardravyati sarvatha vitragaja chu. I am pure soul of the self element.
Soy alma pura del elemento del ser.
Nija tattva vado shuddhatma chu. I am immiscible.
Soy invisible.
Tankot kirnavat chu. As the matter and element that is the self, I am completely pure. I am pure at all locations.
Tal como la materia y el elemento que son el ser, soy completamente puro. Soy puro en todos lados.
Dravye karine, tattve karine, sampurna shuddha chu, sarvanga shuddha chu. through infinite qualities like knowledge vision, I am completely pure. I am pure at all locations.
A través de infinitas cualidades como el conocimiento y la visión, soy completamente puro, soy puro en todos lados.
Mugnan darshanadi ananta guno thaki sampurna shuddha chu sarvang shuddha chu. Amidst all the resultant infinite situations that arise in knowing infinite objects, I am completely pure. I am pure at all locations.
En medio de las infinitas situaciones que surgen al conocer infinitos objetos, soy completamente puro, soy puro en todos lados.
Ananta જ્ઞેયોને જાણવામાં પરિણમેલી અનંતી અવસ્થાઓમાં હું સંપૂર્ણ શુદ્ધ છું, સર્વાંગ શુદ્ધ છું. In the situation of the quality of the element, I am completely pure. I am pure at all locations.
En la situación de la cualidad del elemento, soy completamente puro, soy puro en todos lados.
હું તત્વગુણ અવસ્થાથી સંપૂર્ણ શુદ્ધ છું, સર્વાંગ શુદ્ધ છું. In the quality and phase of matter, I am completely pure. I am pure at all locations.
En la cualidad y fase de la materia, soy completamente puro, soy puro en todos lados.
હું દ્રવ્ય ગુણ પર્યાયથી સંપૂર્ણ શુદ્ધ છું, સર્વાંગ શુદ્ધ છું. As the state that is the self, I am completely pure. I am pure at all locations.
Como el estado que es el ser, soy completamente puro, soy puro en todos lados.
સ્વસ્વરૂપે કરીને હું સંપૂર્ણ શુદ્ધ છું, સર્વાંગ શુદ્ધ છું. ગવી
Como el estado que es el ser, soy completamente puro, soy puro en todos lados.
Not a single property of Prakriti, my, is in I, and not a single property of I is in Prakriti, my. Both are absolutely different.
Ni siquiera una de las propiedades del Prakruti, mi relativo, está en el yo, y ni siquiera una de las propiedades del yo está en el mí del Prakruti. Ambas son absolutamente diferentes.
પ્રકૃતિનો એક પણ ગુણ મારામાં નથી, મારો એક પણ ગુણ પ્રકૃતિમાં નથી. બંને તદ્દન જુદા છે. I am in all ways unanointed indeed from the intentions of the mind, speech, and body that tend to anoint.
De todas las intenciones de la mente, habla y cuerpo que tienden a adherir, estoy libre de cualquier adherencia.
મન વચન કાયાના તમામ લેપાયમાન ભાવોથી હું સર્વથા નિર્લેપજ છું. In all joint activities of mind, speech, and body, I am absolutely unassociated indeed.
David,
Estoy absolutamente separado de toda actividad conjunta de la mente, el habla y el cuerpo.
મન વચન કાયાની તમામ સંગી ક્રિયાઓથી હું તદ્દન અસંગ જ છું. I know the habits and the nature of the mind, speech, and body, and I also know my own nature because I illuminate the self and the non-self.
Conozco los hábitos y la naturaleza de la mente, el cuerpo y el habla, y conozco también mi propia naturaleza porque ilumino al ser y al no ser.
મન વચન કાયાની ટેવો ને તેના સ્વભાવને હું જાણું છું અને મારા સ્વસ્વભાવને પણ હું જાણું છું કારણ કે હું સ્વ પર પ્રકાશક છું. Every situation of the mind, speech, and body is a natural construction, and there is no superior head constructor of it, and that is Vyavasthit.
Cada situación de la mente, el habla y el cuerpo es una construcción natural y no existe un constructor superior de las mismas, y eso es Vyavasthit.
મન વચન કાયાની અવસ્થા માત્ર કુદરતી રચના છે જેનો કોઈ બાપોએ રચનાર નથી અને તે વ્યવસ્થિત છે. The situation of mind, speech, and body is only scientific circumstantial evidence, and it exists as Vyavasthit view only.
La situación de la mente, habla y cuerpo es solamente evidencia científico-circunstancial y esta existe solo como visión de Vyavasthit.
મન વચન કાયાની અવસ્થા માત્ર સાયન્ટિફિક સર્કમસ્ટેન્શિયલ એવિડન્સ છે અને તે વ્યવસ્થિત ભાવે જ રહેલી છે. I am only the knower-seer of all the worldly situations from the gross to the subtlest level, immiscible in the state of bliss.
Yo soy solo el que conoce y el que ve todas las situaciones mundanas, desde el nivel más evidente al más sutil, invisible y en el estado de dicha.
સ્થૂલતમથી સૂક્ષ્મતમ સુધીની તમામ સંસારી અવસ્થાઓનો હું જ્ઞાતા દ્રષ્ટા માત્ર છું, ટંકોત્કીર્ણ છું, આનંદ સ્વરૂપ છું. I am only the knower-seer of all the worldly situations from the gross to the subtlest, immiscible in the state of absolute knowledge.
Yo soy solo el que conoce y ve todas las situaciones mundanas, desde el nivel más evidente al más sutil, invisible y en el estado de absoluto conocimiento.
સ્થૂલતમથી સૂક્ષ્મતમ સુધીની તમામ સંસારી અવસ્થાઓનો હું જ્ઞાતા દ્રષ્ટા માત્ર છું, ટંકોત્કીર્ણ છું, કેવળ જ્ઞાન સ્વરૂપ છું, કેવળ જ્ઞાન સ્વરૂપ છું. Gross circumstances, subtle circumstances, and circumstances of speech are non-self and dependent on non-self.
Las circunstancias evidentes, las circunstancias sutiles y las circunstancias del habla son del no ser y las mismas dependen del no ser.
સ્થૂળ સંયોગો, સૂક્ષ્મ સંયોગો, વાણીના સંયોગો પર છે અને પરાધીન છે. The eater is eating, I, the non-eater, only know that.
El comensal come, yo que no soy el comensal, solo conozco eso.
આહારી આહાર કરે છે, હું નિરાહારી માત્ર તેને જાણું છું. The walker is walking, I, the non-walker, only know that.
El caminante camina, yo que no soy el caminante, solo conozco eso.
વિહારી વિહાર કરે છે, હું નિર્વિહારી માત્ર તેને જાણું છું. The eliminator is eliminating, I, the non-eliminator, only know that.
El eliminador elimina, yo que no soy el eliminador, solo conozco eso.
નિહારી નિહાર કરે છે, હું નિર્નિહારી માત્ર તેને જાણું છું. I am pure soul.
Soy alma pura.
હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છું. I am absolute pure soul through self-experience determination.
Soy decidida y definitivamente el alma pura absoluta.
હું નિશ્ચય નિર્ણયથી કેવળ શુદ્ધાત્મા છું. I am the state of the self-science.
Soy el estado de la ciencia del ser.
હું વિજ્ઞાન સ્વરૂપ છું. ગાબે
Soy el estado de la ciencia del ser.
very good. Jai Sachidanand. So,
Jai Satchitanand.
Shuddhatma Bhagwan. So this is the essence of the Siddha Stuti. You know, this is the essence
Esta
of
es la
this.
esencia del Siddha Stuti.
This is the core components of the Siddha Stuti.
Son los componentes más
And,
importantes del Siddha Stuti.
and this is the essence of Gnan, knowledge, as the
Y la
self.
esencia del conocimiento del Gnan.
Knowledge of the self, of Akram Vignan. We don't get just only the knowledge of the self only, but we also get the knowledge of the doer, the scientific circumstantial evidences, you see.
No solamente hemos obtenido el conocimiento del ser, sino también el conocimiento del hacedor, de las evidencias científicas circunstanciales.
Yeah, it is not enough just to know the Ama. And knowing the Ama is fine when you're done with all the files, but until then you will have to know who is controlling the file, why do the files arise, what to do with the files, and all of that. And for that, that is the second part. This is the other part of the equation, or the other railway line, other track of the railway line, which is of the doer, of the awareness of the doer.
Conocer el alma está bien, pero también conocer quién hace los archivos, cómo es el Yavasti, qué son los archivos. Esa es la otra parte de la ecuación. ¿Quién es el hacedor?
Yeah, so yes, Luz. Yes, Luz.
Sí, Luz.
Dami,
¿Tienes una pregunta?
voy a intentar. Estas son las propiedades del ser que Dada vio y conoció y luego lo bajó en palabras, ¿no?
These are the properties of the self that Dada saw and knew, and then he put it in words.
Ahora,
Now,
estas son propiedades del alma, de todos los seres, simplemente que algunos de esos seres estamos separados, somos alma pura, no solamente alma. ¿Esto es así?
Those are properties of all beings. We are separated, but all beings have this soul. Is that like this?
This is the process of not only these the these sentences, my dear. These are a medium. You see, this is the vehicle. This is the vehicle. This is given to us as the exact application for the preservation of what we have attained, who we are.
Estas son las palabras que se nos han dado exactamente para la preservación de lo que se nos ha dado.
This, excuse me, this,
De ese conocimiento del ser.
This is coming in the December Parayan. More about this. The Ama, Luz, is not something that can be described through words.
Esto viene, lo vamos a estudiar en el Parayan de diciembre.
You can
Que
describe,
el alma no es algo que puede ser descrito en palabras.
you can describe everything in this world, but where the experience of the Ama is, there are no words. There are no words. You know?
Cuando la experiencia, entonces nos damos cuenta que la experiencia del alma pura no hay palabras. No hay palabras ahí.
Yeah, but it begins. Even though there are no words, you see, to experience this, our Gnani Purush Dadashri has made this possible for us all.
Aunque no haya palabras para describir esto, nuestro Dada, el Gnani Purush, lo ha hecho posible para nosotros.
Yeah, for made it possible to explain, for us to feel the experience, of what we are saying. You see, these are pure sentences coming from the near fully enlightened one, our Gnani Purush Dadashri, -4 degrees only, -4 degrees only. You know, you understand?
Estas son palabras puras de nuestro Dada que hizo posible poner en palabras para que nosotros podamos sentir la experiencia del alma pura. Son palabras exactas y divinas de nuestro Dada Bhagwan.
If he had attained 360 degrees, then he would not have remained behind to give us, to come to you and ask, Luz, are you really Luz? Arman, are you really Arman? You see, he would never have come. He would never, there would be no one to lift us up. And we would be
Si
just
él
going.
hubiera tenido 360 grados, no hubiera podido estar entre nosotros. No nos hubiera podido decir, eres luz, eres Germán. Se hubiera ido de entre nosotros y no nos hubiera podido levantar. Por eso es muy importante que haya tenido 4 grados menos para estar entre nosotros.
He himself has said that the Tirthankar lords, what the fully attained, those who attain the full experience, the Tirthankar lords, what they experienced, I know it, I can see it. It has not come into my full experience, but I can describe it because I'm there. I have reached it, and so I can describe it. I have the ability to speak, and that is why I am sharing it with you. Those Tirthankars do not have the ability to speak or say anything, you see.
Esos tirtankas que han llegado a los 360 grados no han tenido la habilidad de hablar. Entonces no han podido transmitir con la claridad que nos ha transmitido Dada
And in that,
estas palabras.
so in that respect, our Dada is a Tirthankar. I shouldn't use the word the Tirthankar. He's the Illuminado of all Illuminados. I know. What is the meaning of
En
a
ese
title?
sentido, Dada es iluminado de todos los iluminados.
Yeah, we want an Illuminado who can talk to us, who can show us our mistakes, who can tell us and correct us in the smallest errors that happen in our daily life so that we come exactly to that experience. And by reciting these words, you see, which we have recited in the Gnanvidhi. In the Gnanvidhi, there are a few more sentences, but we are not giving Gnanvidhi here. We are giving Siddha Stuti, you see, the essential sentences of what to recite, to
Y nosotros
energize
queríamos,
ourselves.
nosotros queríamos un iluminado que nos pudiera hablar y que nos pudiera explicar lo que él vio. Y eso es algo una bendición muy, muy grande.
Our experience, Luz, began with the words Soyamapura, Soyamapura, 25 times. They say Soyamapura. Our experience
Nuestra
began
experiencia empieza con recitar Soy alma pura 25 veces.
for the first time we were telling the truth. We were speaking the truth. Up until now, we were just telling a lie. So loose, so loose, so
Y
loose.
esa fue la primera vez que dijimos la verdad, porque hasta ese momento solamente decíamos, yo soy luz.
Loose is just a piece of paper that you stick here like this with say loose, so people can see you. In a conference you go, you
Solamente
say
es un
loose.
pedazo de papel que dice luz, así la gente te puede ver.
Or in the Guru Purnima, you wear around your neck and says your name there. You say, this is how you know who I am. You say, who I am in the world. You see, what am I doing here? You see. But so these words,
Y ese papel te dice lo que sos en este mundo.
these
Sí,
are
yes, yo no
these
soy.
are the words of the one who is in the total experience of the wordless state. Yeah,
Y
wordless
estas
state.
son las palabras de aquel que está totalmente en la experiencia, en el estado de las sin palabras.
Yes,
Es un estado sin palabras.
none of these sentences are arising through the medium of the intellect or the ego. You see, no.
Ninguna de estas oraciones aparecen desde el intelecto o desde el ego.
The ego has been left. The ego has been
El
left,
ego ha sido dejado,
left at the door. Remember, the ego is left at the door. This sentence here.
fue dejado en la puerta
Yeah.
en esta oración que vemos acá.
Yes. Why? Because the one who is surrendering all of this is now still left with I am, but he does not know who I am. So then Dada says, say, I begin, Vishuddhatma chu, Soyamapura, 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 and the world disappears, you see. With this sentence only, the world of luz and all illusion associated with the name of luz and all the karma of luz disappear. They disappear. You see, they disappear.
Esa cuarta oración nos prepara, nos rinde, pero no nos dice quién somos. Por eso la primera oración que sigue después dice, soy alma pura. Y es ahí donde las palabras desaparecen.
So, this is the miracle of all miracles. There can never
Este es el
be.
milagro de todos los milagros.
Yeah, right. There is no higher miracle, and there is no one above or below you. You are. There is no one where you are when you are reciting these words of your pure state. You are the pure one, and you are, floating in the bliss of these words around you. You say you're floating You're just flying in the bliss.
Y no hay nadie, no hay nadie ni arriba ni abajo tuyo, solamente eres tú, y no hay nadie en el lugar tuyo.
Yeah.
Eres vos flotando.
Yes. So these are very real. What you raise is correct. It says, did this arise for Dada? Dada has been searching for countless lives. He has gone through the time of all the previous 23, the subsequent 23 Tirthankars. You see, he has been through the time of all of that. And now this happened
Y
within him
y
in
estas palabras
1958. Yeah. Mhm.
surgen a través de Dada, y Dada estuvo buscando por infinitas vidas, y es así que él nos trae estas palabras.
Yes. You see, these are incomparable, matchless, absolutely divine. Even these celestial beings in the world, in the celestial beings, all the angels, everyone, even they do not have this knowledge.
Y
Even
estas palabras son incomparables, no tienen igual. Incluso los ángeles, los seres celestiales, no las tienen.
some of them, of course, are enlightened ones in the Devgati, in the celestial realm, but we are not talking about that. The other ones, even, no, it doesn't exist. This experience that you, our dear Gavi and Damian recited, these are sentences coming from the medium of the experience, not coming from the intellect, not, and it is these sentences from the experience somehow are high, they energize you, they charge you up, if you want to use the word charge, they energize you to proceed further in your vision of the five agnas, in your vision of the knower, seer, you see, and then vision.
Y estas palabras vienen desde el medio de la experiencia del alma pura, es decir, vienen desde un lugar donde no hay palabras y vienen para energizarnos, para podernos ayudarnos a proseguir en nuestro camino hacia la experiencia del alma pura. Son palabras que nos energizan, que nos cargan, ayudan, no le gusta decir cargan, pero nos dan energía.
There is much more. This is in this last sentence. In fact, that I am the science, that is the self, you see. I am the science. It is, this is, I am the knower of this science of subatomic particles. I am the knower of the cause and effect relationships that arise, stay for a while, and then subside, you see. Arise, stay for a while, subsides. I see the science. I am the science. I am the science that is the self. I am the self, you see, where only the I remains, you see.
Y esta oración que dice yo soy la ciencia, yo soy el que conoce, yo soy el que conoce las causas y efectos de esta vida mundana, que todo se disipa, yo soy el que conoce, eh, yo soy la ciencia, muy profunda.
You say, so, and you notice that, most of them are 3 times, but then there are some that come and all of a sudden, it's some that are 5 times, you see.
La
And,
mayoría de las oraciones son 3 veces, pero hay algunas que se repiten 5 veces.
yeah, and then there are
And why
some,
is that, Shuddha?
Well, there is the emphasis given. It's the emphasis. You see, here is
Ok.
another one. Is 15 times. You see, because this is
Es el
the
énfasis que se le da, por eso que se repiten, se le da
and
más énfasis o
because you
menos.
see, the situations are such in life that it can affect you. You see, this is a situation of the mind, speech, and body. Sometimes you get affected by it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't feel good, etc., etc. At that time, the purity is very critical. You see, the
Y a
purity.
veces en la vida mundana las situaciones nos sobrepasan y nos tiran, digamos. Y en el medio de todo eso, yo soy puro, yo tengo pureza, es lo que dice esta oración.
You see, then there are some which is 25. You see, like all of these other ones, they're 5, 5. You see, who are Sangachu, I am, and then all of a sudden, when it comes to immiscible, it's 25 times. You see? Hmm?
Y la mayoría son de 3 veces y ahí venís hasta la oración de que yo soy inmisible y esa es 25 veces.
Yeah, you all work in the kitchen, oil and water can never mix, you see. Oil, no matter
Por
how
ejemplo,
much.
el agua y el aceite no se pueden mezclar.
Yeah, no matter how much, how fast you try to mix it up in the mixer, the oil after a while is still up there on the top, you see.
No importa qué tanto esfuerzo hagas para mezclarla, siempre el agua y el aceite nunca se van a mezclar.
Yeah. So these, where do their words come from? Where do the word comes from? You see?
¿De
And
dónde vienen estas palabras? ¿De dónde vienen estas palabras?
well, we know where they came from, and we say
Nosotros
it here.
sabemos de dónde vienen.
We say it here. It came, which has arisen from your divine source. You see, this is actually, in Gujarat, it is Apna Shri Mukhe thi. Mukh means mouth, you see. It has come, but I'm trying to improve it because Shri Mukh, when you say Shri Mukh, Shri means divine. We don't use the word mouth, but so we said, Dada, you're speaking. I mean, Dada, no, the world did not know these sentences before you started speaking. Yes. Obviously, Dada, it came from you, Dada. Right.
Y esta segunda oración nos dice, ¿de dónde vienen estas palabras? ¿De dónde vienen estas palabras? De lo divino. Y Dada nos lo ha dicho con palabras mundanas. Y la gente le dice, sí, Dada, estas palabras han sido dichas,
Yeah.
las conocemos,
Yeah.
si las
So,
podemos entender.
let me see, there is something on the chat. Yeah. So magnificent. Then, yes, with our Niruma right there in front of us behind Rhine Hill.
Niruma compiled the sentences.
Yeah, Niruma put together the sentences. Shiva,
Ah, ok.
Niruma,
Estas oraciones fueron compiladas por Niruma,
yeah.
que las puso todas juntas en Siddha Stuti.
If it was compiled by some Mahatma, I would not share it, and the Mahatmas, Gujarati with they do all sorts of things, they write all kinds of sentences and then they start sharing with each other. And our Gnani has put a stop to it. Don't do that, keep it as it is, you see. And so the Gnani likes it as it is in the Charan Vidhi, you see. We have
Okay.
built.
Y en los primeros tiempos los Mahatmas agarraban estas oraciones y las adornaban con otras palabras y las iban cambiando. Entonces Dada dijo, no, las puso todas juntas, manténgalas como yo se las dije, y las puso todas juntas escritas en el Charambidi.
Yeah, what we have done is we've taken up what the Gnani tells us to take out, recite the sentences, the center part of the sentences in the Siddha. We have put them in some order along with the Vidhi. Yeah, that is the most important thing. What is the Vidhi? What's the process? You see? So, say you're taking a walk while you're walking. Mhm. And,
Y,
yeah.
y ahí compilamos el Charambidi, donde la parte del Siddha Stuti está en la parte del medio, pero la parte del Vidi es muy importante también. ¿Y qué es la parte del Vidi?
Yeah. Can you do the Siddha Stuti? Yes, you can do the Siddha Stuti, but the correct way to do it would be like what we went through. You see, like, you do it with, oh, so you're not distracted, because when you walk, you'll have to kind of avoid something that is an obstruction. You have to respond to somebody saying hi to you, etc., a dog coming in your way, all of those things. Whereas, when you sit down quietly, with the Dada in front of you,
Podemos decir el Siddha Stuti, sí, podemos decir el Siddha Stuti, pero la correcta forma de hacer el Siddha Stuti es de la forma que lo hicimos nosotros recién, con toda concentración, con las oraciones previas, sin que nadie nos distraiga, nos diga hola y nosotros pues, salir de ahí en un momento, porque ahí perdería
yeah,
todo
and
su efecto.
and in your room, you're the only one. You can say it loudly. You don't have to say it so loudly that you get exhausted before you finish the full vidhi. So, just say it loud enough so that, the words echo within you, see? Echo within
Y puedes
you.
hacerlo solo en una sala donde vos lo puedas decir en voz alta y así las palabras hacen eco adentro tuyo.
They fill you up. You see, they fill you up, and you
Que
can
te
hear,
llenen.
yeah. And so one sentence after the other, it is now you're throwing, just you're creating the purest vibrations in the relative, the relative neighbor of yours, Herman, Marcella, Tato, Cecilia, she uh, is under stress or under the influence of all of these effects of this world. Have to do this, have to do that, I have to pay attention to this, etc., etc. You see, whereas you are there as the eternal source of energy for her, or him. You see, you're the source. There is no other one that you can go to. There is no one else. There is no one else, you see. It's only
Y estas
you.
palabras que hacen eco en vos te van llenando de energía, mientras que nuestros relativos, todos, Marcela, Tato, todos eh, tienen todos estos deberes de tengo que hacer esto, me tengo que acordar del otro, cuando realmente vos sos la fuente de energía. En este mundo no hay ningún otro lugar donde te puedas refugiar, salvo tu propia fuente de energía.
Yes, Gabi.
Gaby,
Ayuda.
Mhm.
Cuando estaba mostrando la imagen del comienzo, eh, vi un recipiente con luz y luego Yuda mencionó este recipiente con luz. Mi pregunta es, ¿por qué
at the
se...
beginning, déjame traducir
Ok.
así, no me olvido. At the beginning, when we saw the image, you mentioned a pot with light, and she saw that pot of light at the very beginning.
Oh,
Entonces,
yes.
Sí.
la pregunta es, ¿por qué se sostuvo, luego que llegó Dada, se sostuvo esta adoración o devoción a otras espiritualidades, como las que vemos siempre que
And the question,
Gnani...
the question is, why after the coming of Dada, these all adorations or all these deities were maintained?
eh, por, si nosotros, por qué no solo el Siddha Stuti?
Why
¿Por
not
qué no solo
only the Siddha
Saramridi?
Stuti, only Dada?
¿Por qué todo lo demás?
For
Why everything else?
Because the world is still there, you see. Yeah, you see,
Porque el mundo
ultimately,
todavía está ahí, dice
ulti-
Sudha.
ultimately, yes, very good question, Gabi. You see,
Muy buena pregunta.
because this mind, speech, and body are still there. You see,
Porque
we
nuestra mente, palabra y cuerpo está todavía ahí.
we have not been so elevated in the previous life. You see, we still have our worldly interaction, you see, and in the worldly interaction, we will have to accept everything that is going on, whether it is in a church, a mosque, a temple, a Tri Mandir, wherever, or in elsewhere where they don't believe in this murtis and statues. We'll have to accept everything, you see. We have to accept it.
Porque en este mundo tenemos que aceptar todo. El mundo sigue andando y siguen estando estas adoraciones. Y bueno, tenemos que aceptarlas todas.
Yeah, if you notice very carefully, our Gnani has separated Dada and Simandar Swami and Shiva and Krishna on one side of the stage, and on the other
Si te
side,
fijas en detalle, Dada ha separado a, a Lord Simandar Swami, a Shiva, a Krishna de un lado.
and on the other
Y del otro
side,
lado,
he's got Niruma with Dada, you know, the Matajis, you know. Why? Because this part is Nishchay. This is the Ama. This is the self. You see? This is the self. And this is Vyavahar. This is worldly interaction. And from here, we ask for all the energies to become natural, non interfering, accepting, surrendering to the Prakriti and the millions of different Prakritis that cannot be changed. You just have to accept them as they are, you see. You have to accept them as they are. And that includes the celestial beings, you see. So they represent the celestial beings, and we don't worship celestial beings. We worship Ama. We worship Dada. We worship we worship our Lord, you see. We worship our Lord. That's all, because our goal, our target has changed. Our vision has changed, you see. Our
y si
goal.
vos te fijas bien, de un lado están todo lo que es Vyavahar, la interacción mundana, los Shiva, Mahavir, y del otro lado están Dada, Niruma. Entonces vos tenés el alma pura y toda la interacción mundana que es Vyavahar.
Yeah, Shiva is Nishchay.
I have a shortcut. I don't know. I have an internet cut. I missed the last part of your
Okay, that's all right. This
words.
what it does is we worship the relative, we worship all that is good and natural in this relative world. And these,
Entonces nosotros adoramos todo lo que es bueno y natural en este mundo relativo.
yeah, that which allows human beings to come home. These are all the energies that support those who want to come home. You see, it's the worship of Mataji, worship of Ganesh, worship of all of these deities, you see, is supporting you, the human beings, to move from the negative to the positive, whereas the self
Y
is
todas estas
absolutely above.
deidades nos soportan, nos ayudan, nos apoyan para ir de lo malo a lo bueno. Y es por eso que son parte de la vida
Yeah.
mundana y los adoramos.
So it's so you don't mix the worship of Dada or Simandar Swami with Mataji. Mataji is we
Entonces,
do
por eso no mezclamos la adoración a Dada o a Simandar Swami con la adoración a Mataji.
when
No la
you're
mezclamos.
in front of Mataji or any of the deities, you say, you don't say I worship you. You say, with the presence of Dada Bhagwan as my witness, in the presence of Dada Bhagwan, I'm sending you my highest namaskars.
Por eso no, cuando adoramos a Mataji, no decimos yo te adoro, decimos en la presencia de Dada Bhagwan, yo te saludo.
Yeah, so, and I worship your divine qualities. May I also attain that. This is Gabi asking for it, you know. You have attained the ultimate. You see, you have attained the Ama. There is nothing further for you to do, you see.
Tú has obtenido el alma, no hay nada más que hacer para ti.
So when the worship of Mataji is going on, or, you know, in Garba or in pujas, you know, in Aarti of Mataji, then you join in, you know, because, you know, you see that Gavi is singing the Aarti of Mataji. You know, you say, oh Ma, you know, make me free from all of this evil vision. Anything that is evil, make me free from it. You see, so that's where you're asking her, because she has a lot of celestial beings, you know, helping that goal, you see.
Y por eso es que cuando vemos la adoración a Mataji nos unimos, porque ella está llena de seres celestiales que nos ayudan a salir del mal y entrar en el bien. Y decimos a nuestro relativo que se una a esa adoración.
Let us, Reinhild, we take a 10-minute break and then we come back and we take your question. Okay, dear? Yeah, Jai Sachidananda.
Tomemos 10 minutos de recreo y luego venimos a tomar tu pregunta. Jai Sachidananda.
Jai Sachidananda.
Jai Sachidananda. Jai
Jai
Sachidananda.
Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidananda. Thank you, Marcella. Jai Sachidananda.
Jai Sachidananda.
Yes. So shall we continue?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So the head Reinhild.
Reinhild.
Yes. Should I say to the Siddha studies, we should say it loud. The Gnani says it's two. If we do in the evening, I'm pure soul before sleep, he says do it so that you can hear it more or less, but hear it. So with this Siddha studies, I can't do that loud. I can't do it because the other picture that I have here in my room from Niruma with the picture frame, the Siddha studies are there. And if I take this every morning from the picture and I'm with Niruma and with Dada and with the Lord, I can't say I can, but I feel if I deep in me in surrender and in devotion, and I pray it nearby without voice, it goes deeper and deeper.
Yes, whatever, whatever works is your best way. In other words,
Can I translate, Shura?
Yeah, please, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Sí, la pregunta de Rangel es que ella no puede decir el Siddha Stuti. Ella va profundo y profundo con las otras oraciones de Dada de Niruma. Tiene una sala con la imagen de Niruma y dice las oraciones, pero no puede con el Siddha Stuti. Y eso era.
You say,
Y
yes.
eso era.
Yeah, you're saying, because you're so used to the Charan Vidi part. Is that what you're saying? You're used to these? No.
No. The Sharan Vidi I do every morning, normally. And then a little bit later, this from Niruma. I speak from this Siddha stories, the special from you, the gift from you.
Yes.
And that's another thing for feeling here. That's a complete other thing. When I do this Siddha studies for me, that is so deep, that is so pure, that is so clear, and so that is, oh, I'm so deep with me, and I can give the voice in the room because all is within me. And yes, I say the words. I don't thinking that I have to learn English. Yeah, but
Do you speak Spanish, Rangel?
No, she doesn't.
Because the feeling you put in your words, I'm not sure I can translate.
Yeah.
Dice que cuando reza el Siddha Stuti va tan profundo que un poco se asusta y no se ve, se ve como demasiado ensimismada y bueno, eso le asusta un poco.
Yes, and I think that's so true, my dear. You know what you're saying. All of these things, these are mediums. This is the result of our use. To use something is called upyog. When you use those words, the result is there for you, you see. And that is what we've been discussing with Luz too. You see, these words, you say Niruma, say Dada, is the same thing. You say Niruma it's not the bodies. Niruma and Dada are one. You see, they're very deep inside as a self only. You see, both of them have the same project. And so for you, this is working beautifully, and that is how it should be. You see, that is the purpose. You see, to rise higher and higher in this light of the
Dice, Sudha dice bueno, que eso es, así es la forma que ella lo hace, que es mejor, y que lo mismo con Gnani Niruma, que tienen dos cuerpos, pero ellos son una sola alma, digamos, entonces tienen el mismo proyecto, y bueno, si ella se siente muy, muy ensimismada y se siente que se pierde, está bien, es la forma que ella logra llegar a su ser.
Yeah. This is an immediate key. This is the instant this produces instant live results for you. Live because you're living, and live means right there in front of you. This produces instant results for you. The slightest kashai arising within or around you, these sentences completely destroy them. You see, you begin to see it in a different light. You begin to see it in the light of the self, you see.
Yoda dice que ella tiene a lo mejor más kashais más livianos y que esa es la forma que ella ve su luz y que está comenzando a tener una experiencia. Él lo llama resultados evidentes e instantáneos en vivo y vivos porque son resultados vivos que tiene esta experiencia.
Yes, Prakruti, Niruma, this, in this Charan Vidis that she used to give in the initial days to the people who have received Gnan in Shuddha's home, in Nima's home, she will take each person's Charan Vidi, and behind in each one of those Charan Vidis, she will write in her own handwriting, and the most common writing was, not a single property of I is in my, and not a single property of my is in I. Prakriti no ek પણ ગુણ મારામાં નથી, મારો એક પણ ગુણ પ્રકૃતિમાં નથી. Phenomenal. And then she will hand it to you like this. They'll say, here, Reinhold, here, take it. She'll smile, you see, and here.
Dice Yuda que en los primeros días Niruma hacía Charambidi en la casa de Nima o en la casa de Yuda, y en los primeros Mahatmas ella escribía con sus propias manos en ese librito, ni una sola propiedad en mí está en yo y ni una propiedad de yo está en mí, y con esa inscripción le entregaba el Charambidi a los primeros Mahatmas.
Yeah, so once
Así que es el Prakruti, son los Prakrutis.
Prakriti, you see? So Reinhold is the Prakriti, Luz is the Prakriti, Yaya is the Prakriti. So any quality of Yaya, good or bad, is not in me. That's Yaya's Prakriti, you see?
Entonces dice que son los prakrutis de Rangel, los prakrutis de Yaya. Entonces por eso en Yaya ni una sola cualidad de Yaya está en mí. Ni una sola cualidad mía está en Yaya. Es solo el prakruti.
Yes, this satsang on the Siddha Stuti continues within us, and we can keep on speaking because it's about us. It's about you and I. It's about our state,
Este satsang sobre el Siddha Stuti podríamos estar siglos hablando porque es sobre nosotros, es de nosotras.
Yes, it carries on, it carries on, it carries on, it carries on, and may it carry on within each one of us.
Yes. Y se mantiene en todos nosotros.
Vishuddhatma Bhagavan, highest namaskars to the Paramatma. May the light, may the words of the Siddha Stuti take an exact hold within each one of us.
La reza dice que la luz del Siddha Stuti se mantenga en nuestros corazones.
Shuddhatma Bhagavan. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai
Jai
Sachidanand. Jai
Sachidanand.
Sachidanand.
Gracias,
Thank you so
Dani.
much.
Gracias,
Gracias
Damián.
Gracias,
todas.
Shula.
Gracias,
Aguante, Mahatma.
Jai Sachidanand a todos.
Eros.
Gracias.
Yay, Sachidanan.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Jai
Jai Sachidanand.
Sachidanand,
Sandra,
Namaste,
Sandra,
Mahatma.
Olga,
Sasitanakan.
Yay, Sachidanan.
Arma, yes, yes,
Sachidanand.
yes,
Jai Sachidanand.
Gracias, Dami.
yeah.